Hello again, my friends. Jason here with another movie review. Today, I will be talking about Wish, the new animated feature from Disney. Now, before I get started, as always, I will be talking some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want it spoiled for you, stop the video, go check it out, come on back, and we can talk about it. But now that we're past the spoiler warning, let's dive in, shall we? So Wish comes at the end of the 100th anniversary of Walt Disney Studios. And after having seen the film myself, I can honestly say it really feels like the culmination of 100 years worth of storytelling. Like, it celebrates everything that came before and looks ahead to the future with hope and optimism. Now, there's a lot crammed into this movie. Some of it works, some of it doesn't, but for the most part, it makes a very enjoyable film. Now, the performances are pretty great. Leading the cast, of course, is Ariana DeBose as Asha. She brings a lot of heart and strength to the character, and you really feel for her and root for her as she goes on her journey. And of course, you have Chris Pine as the film's antagonist, King Magnifico, who plays it at first with a sort of arrogance, but then slowly descends into madness. You can tell Chris Pine really plays that with devilish glee, and it works quite well. Now, the art style of this film really harkens back to the early days of Walt Disney. I was seeing some of the paintings of the buildings and the backgrounds, and I was really thinking of Snow White and Cinderella, those earlier films. And they did something a little different with the character models, unlike previous films where they just animated them to be as realistic as possible while still having kind of a slightly cartoonish look to the characters. This time they added defined lines to make it look like they were more hand-drawn than actually computer animated, really following in the footsteps of films like the Spider-Verse movies and even Puss in Boots. And I think it looks absolutely amazing. It's one of the most beautiful Disney films I've seen so far. The music and the songs are pretty catchy, especially the one that is sort of the heart of this movie about, making a wish on a star, as that sounds kind of familiar to anybody. One of the big things this movie really does to weave things together is sort of introduce ideas, concepts, sort of origins of different Disney characters and enchanted creatures. You've got, for example, Asha's friends. 7 friends kind of represent the 7 dwarfs. King Magnifico, whose comeuppance comes in the form of him being trapped in the mirror, kind of like the mirror on the wall in Snow White. And Asha, in the end of the film, becomes the fairy godmother. Even earlier in the film, dons a cloak that looks very similar to the fairy godmother's outfit from Cinderella. And then there are other Easter eggs sprinkled throughout the film, such as Bambi and Peter Pan. And it's a lot of fun to kind of see all these ideas come together and really feel like a celebration of everything that came before and everything that's yet to be. Now, one thing I will say is because this is a family movie, its key demographic is children. A few of the moments in the film feel very catered to children, and it kind of feels a little cringy at times, but once the story really gets going, you can kind of forgive those moments as they happen, and it's just a really enjoyable experience through and through. Overall, I had a really good time with Wish. I thought it was a pretty great movie. It was a nice celebration of 100 years worth of Disney. And while there is a post-credit scene, what I did enjoy was the fact that they kind of referenced through the years the different Disney films with different characters from those films. I feel like maybe they snubbed the Black Cauldron, which I know it's kind of the pariah of the Disney library, but it is still part of Disney, so I feel like it should fit in there. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I feel like they left the Black Cauldron out of this little montage in the credits. Also, there's a bit of an Easter egg referencing a certain song that's kind of the theme song of Disney at the end of the film. It was a really enjoyable experience. I thought it was pretty great. It's a great movie for your family to watch. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you thought of Wish down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. You want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get updates on all my future videos. You can also follow my social media pages. Links down in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.